Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Link with a quick update. So earlier today, Square Enix released a trailer for the upcoming Nier remaster, remake, upgrade. A little confusing, I know. But up until now, we've only been given snippets of information regarding how far of an upgrade it's going to be because they're not calling it a remake. But we'll see once we hit the trailer. A little bit more about Nier Replicant. So it was a PS3 game and it had two versions. In Japan, it was called Replicant, where you play the role of the brother. He's the main character, and he has a sick little sister who has a deadly disease called the Black Scrawl. So you try to do what you can to help her out, save her, find a cure for her. Outside of Japan, we got the version of the game called Nier Gestalt. In that game, the main character is a father, and you're trying to save your daughter. She has the same disease and everything. Aside from that, there are very few changes besides just, the voice actor and the physical appearance of the protagonist. Everything else stays mostly the same. Even the dialogue is relatively equivalent. Now, this causes some weird interactions, but I think it's going to be interesting to see, the differences between, being a father and going through what happens in the story versus, being the brother. And not just with your sister, but with everyone, the whole cast. So let's take a look at the trailer and dive into it. So a little bit of a preface. I haven't seen the English trailer yet. I've only seen the Japanese one. So this will be my first time viewing it. I'm going to give some thoughts as it plays, but then, get a little bit into the nitty-gritty analysis afterwards. Let's take a look. Oh wow, that intro. Snow and summer, just like... Oh, it's weird seeing the brother this time. It's also the first time we're seeing their models up close, by the way. Or more noir. I like the title text.
You can save Yona, Vice.
Wow. I'm just hearing the gruffy father.
Isn't it?
We finally get to see Yona and Emil.
Stay back.
That looks very true to form.
Anyway, take it
Wow,
easy.
Kaine looks great. Song of the Ancients, let's go. Let's do it. Oh shit. The Beast Curse sword, it looks like. Wow, it looks so fluid. It's so familiar, yet new. Improved, I guess. Man. Lots of shots taken in the air. Oh, Beast Lord, there it is. I love that weapon. Man, I love the hair. They look so fluffy and textured. Square Enix trademark, Some footage of Brother Nier. Who's younger. Ooh, dark hands. Kaine has beautiful eyes.
No, you've got to stop this.
That is Liam O'Brien.
I don't want to hurt my friends.
Tyrann. Barinicus is back. Holy fuck. Barinicus is, so I streamed this game on my channel back in September of last year, and we named the boar Barinicus. He was our loyal steed. And brave. Ooh, Baron Temple. Oh my god, Emil's team just hits so hard. Oh, there's just so many things happening at once that it's hard to just wrap my head around it all. Holy moly. Hey, the king, the good king. The wolves and their eternal conflict.
We're the same.
It's funny because I'm seeing some of these scenes for the first time.
Our true memories are still there. How dare you ignore
With the brother.
We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so.
Devlin Popla.
By their
Jeez.
side, now and forever.
I'm tired of this world
Yona.
and everybody in it. But I'll become his
It's funny, Yona looks like a really small A2.
No! Kaine!
I'm going to save you. I swear it.
I'm guessing that was brother Nier.
Thanks for always being there for me.
My goodness. April 23rd, 2021. PS4, Xbox, Steam, and I wish I could say Nintendo Switch. I just need a quick second to just... Wow. I have like, so much chills going through my body right now, and like, pretty sure I have goosebumps as well. Just hearing Emil's theme and the emotions that I'm feeling is... There's so many things going on right now because this series as a whole is very, very personal to me. I discovered it back in 2016. I was playing the Final Fantasy Rhythm game on the 3DS, Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm. And I was looking through the DLC, and the first track I heard was Shadow Lord's Castle. I said, this sounds cool, this sounds edgy. I like it, you know? You know, the music, the faces. It's like, we got to know each other back then. And then when the story finished, you know, the curtain closed. And that was it. You know, you get to keep those memories and hold on to them. And they're always there. And then seeing the trailer is like meeting them all again. I know this sounds really probably weird to some, but Nier is one of those games that I get really, really attached to. And I haven't found that same attachment to many other games. Maybe Legend of Zelda, but not as close to the level that I have with Replicant Gestalt. And just, I love that it's happening again. So, a couple of thoughts. Let me just replay this real quick and talk over some noticings that I had. Some of the things I noticed is, obviously the graphics are enhanced and the combat looks a lot more fluid. It doesn't look like Automata in the sense that in Nier Automata you had two weapons, you know, the main hand and the offhand. So I like that they're still keeping it as like a one weapon at a time thing. In one of the earlier demonstrations, they show that the menu is still the same. You have to pause the game, select your magic spells and the weapons, and you know, go through it that way. It's a faithful like one-to-one reproduction, and I'm glad for that. You know, you can improve things, but also keep some things the same or similar. But the voice acting, Laura Bailey is back as Kaine. I heard Grimoire Weiss, Liam O'Brien, Illidan Stormridge, a lot of other material. Emil's the same. Oh man. They're back, man. What can I say? And I think that might be Zach Aguilar. I heard it might be Zach Aguilar as the brother Nier, or Johnny Young Bosch. I even heard it might be Kyle McCarley, but that seems a little unlikely. I guess we'll just have to wait and see when the game comes out for official, you know, accreditation for who the voice actor is for Brother Nier. But the voice work sounds great. Even though it's like 10 years later, they sound close enough to the original that, you know, I think it's still like really, really neck and neck, almost the same. Almost like they matured, you know? And you know, the character designs, you know, Brother Nier's hair's a little bit different pre-time skip. In the Japanese version, he had like some, you know, tufts of hair sticking out. In this one, looks like, you know, they just combed it back. Other than that, everything else looks the same. Kaine has been a little bit polarizing with the community because they changed her visually. She looks like an angry cat now. And that's the best way I can put it. Maybe it's her eyes or her face structure, her jawline, but I like it personally. Is it different? Yes, but sometimes change isn't always a bad thing. And just even like the hair textures on Devil and Poplin and Emil, it just looks so floofy. They got the Square Enix shampoo product and conditioner, you know? I was really glad to see the people of Facade again. The masked people in the desert. There was a bit of an issue with the concept art that they released of the king right there. King Sex is his name, S-E-C-H-S, I think, in the translation. That he looked very pale, his skin tone. And folks were a little worried that, are they trying to whitewash the game? Now, as we saw in the game footage, let me see if I can find it actually. The people of Facade, when they're dancing, you see varying shades of skin tones. They are people of the desert. I think it was right around here. Let me see if I can get a frame of it. Yeah. You can look at their arms, their limbs. You know, you have some pale, you have a bit more dark, and you have a bit more even darker than that. I think, you know, we just have to wait and see the final product when the game comes out. Maybe it's not finished. The wolf looks a little under textures, maybe under texturized. Like right there. He looks like the PS3 wolf still. Everything else looks great. But this is just a bit jarring. Maybe it's just the frame and in motion. Because the other wolves look great. It's just this shade wolf. Looks like that. Now, keep in mind, shades are these like shadowy, blob looking anomalies with, you know, golden eyes and like these like little rune etched thingies into them. So how much can you, you know, detail them and upgrade them with while still keeping that shape the same? That's something to consider. So I'm not going too crazy over a wolf, you know? Because as you can see the pack right there, they look fine mostly. But the music feels more produced. I like the music in the trailer so far. There was a gameplay video that came out about last week. It's 9 minutes of gameplay around the Baron Temple. And on my first listen through, the music was different, but it felt like it fell flat a little bit. And that's an honest criticism. As much as I love this series, I think that some of the changes were a bit too much with the music, particularly with the percussions. There was a lot more emphasis and heaviness and, you know, Shadow Lord's castle, the theme, and in the Baron Temple music. It had more impact, is what I'm trying to say. In the gameplay footage, I didn't feel that, but in this trailer, it seemed like it fit the tone. It hit the notes that it needed to hit, and I'm fine. So I'm going to wait until the game comes out before I give my final judgment. Things might change between now and then. And if, you know, it changed that much, then you know what? Sometimes we have to take the good with the bad. And honestly, as a whole, I like the presentation of Nier Replicant. I am very excited and cannot wait to play it together with you guys on stream. So with that said, I do stream on Twitch over at twitch.tv/RequiemLink every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from around 10 o'clock to midnight. Sometimes we go until 1. Right now, I am doing the Drake and Nier series. Drake and Nier as in the whole timeline. So let me see if I can pull up the timeline thing I drew as a meme on my stream the other day. Oh god. I don't want to show this. I'm going to do it anyway. So make sure I'm catching this in frame. Let's go back. So this represents Drakengard 3. Drakengard 3 goes into Drakengard 1, which leads into the first Nier game, which leads into Nier Automata 10,000 years later.